Welcome to Sir Majesty Easy World online class. In today's practical guide on biology, we will take a look at the human skeleton. We will consider the axial skeleton. Let's try moving this. Today we are using a digital way to teach you. Our classes has gone digital. We make things very easy for you to understand. So invite your friends to join this class and also to use our channel, Sir Majesty Easy World Science channel, for quick and easy learning. The part in green is what makes up the axial skeleton. So as you can see, the axial skeleton is made up of the skull, the ribs and the sternum, and then the backbone. That's the vertebral column. This is the vertebral column. So we will take a look at the bones that makes up the skull, the number of bones. Remember, the whole bone in the head region is collectively called the skull. So when you come to the skull, we have the cranial bones and we have the facial bone, though there may be unclear demarcation between them, but the one that covers the brain box is the cranium, while those ones in the front, in the facial aspect, is called the facial bone. So isolating the axial skeleton, this is the axial skeleton. We have to bring the skull out. Okay. Here is the frontal bone. Frontal bone.
Frontal bone. Temporal bone.
That's the temporal bone. Here is the occipital bone.
Parietal bone.
That's the parietal bone. That's the sphenoid bone. And highlighted in green. That's the sphenoid bone. Okay. That's the cheekbone.
Zygomatic bone.
Otherwise known as zygomatic bone. That's the maxilla. There are two maxilla, then and one mandible. The lower jaw.
Mandible.
Okay. That's the nasal bone.
Nasal bone.
Then this is the perpendicular plate of the ethmoid bone. The one in green inside is the ethmoid bone.
Ethmoid bone.
Ethmoid bone. Okay, this is the zoomed image. That's the ethmoid bone. Then here is the vomer. The lower one is the vomer. The parts of the ethmoid bone together with the vomer, you see the joints there, collectively form the nasal septum, which divides the nasal cavity into two. So we'll give you the details of all these bones. We'll treat it for medical students. Then for O-level students, you just know the joints between the bones in the skull. The joints there, the type of joint there is fibrous joint and immovable joint, and that's what we call the suture joint. The suture is more pronounced when we see the bones in the cranium. When we go to the cranial bones, you can see there. This is suture. That's the joint between this bone and this bone. That's the suture. So they all have their own name. These sutures have different names, but we'll handle that for the anatomy student. Then the temporal bone is what contains your auditory canal. The temporal bone have the auditory canal. That's it, the auditory canal here. So that's where your ear should be. Let's place the ear there. Okay, you see, that's where the ear is supposed to be. It is the temporal bone that have the auditory canal. So know these features. For the bones in the head, we have two temporal bones. We have one frontal bone, two parietal bone, one occipital bone. Then we have one sphenoid bone. And we have one ethmoid bone on the inside. Then the ones like two zygomatic bones. That's the cheekbone. We have two maxilla, then one mandible. That's the lower jaw bone. That's one mandible there. Okay, we are done with the bones in the skull. Let's take a look at the bones in the vertebral column. Remember, this is your hyoid bone.